This video is going to be going over some of the techniques I learned during the creation of my Minecraft animation. This will show you how 3D animation software works, and you can use these techniques yourself to create your own animations. With every new animation I make, I always choose a topic that requires me to learn something. This time I wanted to learn character animation. I chose Minecraft because I grew up watching Minecraft animations and I wanted to take a shot at it myself. The first thing you need to make a Minecraft animation is the Minecraft world itself. We can import worlds from Minecraft into Blender and use this as the world. Make sure you're on Minecraft 1.21.6 or older. The plugins we need to use don't work with the most updated versions of Minecraft right now. First, start a new creative Minecraft world. Name it something you'll remember. There are options here to turn the whole world into one biome and turn the villages off. This also works with worlds you've been playing in, but make sure you're in Java because the plugin we're going to use doesn't work with Bedrock. Spawn into the world and fly around a bit. This will generate some chunks and then store them in the world file we just made. The more you fly around, the more space you'll have to work with later for importing. Once you've flown around the spot you want to import, we need to download a plugin called Mineways. This software will let us export parts of our Minecraft world into a format that Blender can read. Once you have it opened, you might need to direct it to your Minecraft saves folder, but once you've done that, you can then open this menu and see all of your worlds. Click on the world you want to import, and it will open a top-down view of the world like a map. Use left click to move around, middle wheel to zoom in and out, and press and hold right click to select the area you want imported. Use the sliders at the top to select the depth and the height you want to import. Then go up here and select export for rendering. It will then open the file explorer and ask you where you want to save that world file. Put it somewhere you'll remember it. When you click that, a menu will pop up, and the defaults are all fine if you're importing into Blender, so just click OK. Your Minecraft world will now save as a .obj or object file. Blender will be able to read this. Now we're gonna go to Blender. I highly recommend downloading the MC Prep plugin for Blender because it's super useful for setting up your Blender scene for Minecraft animations. I'm gonna use it to help set up the world. There's also a link to this in the description. To import the world we just exported, make sure your mouse is hovering over the viewport here and hit N on your keyboard to bring out this menu on the right. Make sure MC Prep is selected and hit OBJ World Import and select the OBJ file you just exported. It might take a few seconds, but your world should load in even with textures. Up close, however, you can see the textures are all blurry. This is because by default when you import a texture, Blender sets the color interpolation to linear. But for these Minecraft textures to work, the interpolation mode has to be switched from linear to closest for all of the textures. We can either do that for every texture manually, or what I prefer is to just select all of the objects, go to the MC Prep panel, and click on Prep Materials. This will fix the blurry issue for all the textures. If you ever want to edit parts of your Minecraft world after it's been imported into Blender, you can hold Control to move objects by 1 meter, which just happens to be the exact size of a Minecraft block. I can then set my animation to cycles for the path tracing and realistic lighting. There's options inside of MC Prep that puts in the Minecraft sky and sun, but I'll go for a more realistic sky and sun. I add my skies in Blender by going to the World Options panel, pressing this, and hitting S for sky texture. This will use Blender's built-in sky and sun. It will also open options here to change them. Now I'm gonna add an atmosphere. Add a cube and scale it up over your whole scene. Give it a material and delete the default shader and add a volume scatter node. Plug this into the volume output for the material. Set the volume to Rayleigh scattering. This will simulate how the atmosphere scatters light. Set the color of the node to be sky blue. Here's a before of the atmospheric scattering, and here is after. Now we need a character to animate. I'm gonna use the MC Prep plugin here and add a player. The model that the plugin comes with has more cartoony detailed eyes, which gives you a lot more control, but I want something simpler and closer to what you'd see in game. You can go to Photoshop and create some eyes and mouths for a character that I'll be using instead. Export these as their own image sequences. Make sure it's in PNG so it'll also save its transparency. You can then go into Blender, add a plane, and create a material for it and import the image sequence into the material. Connect the color and the alpha and it should now show the face you just made. Since we made it into an image sequence, we can then go into the frame number and use that to change which face is being shown. You can use this to animate the face moving. Now for the real challenge, character animation. The model that MC Prep comes with is pretty good. It's already rigged for animation, which saves me a lot of time. This lets us manually grab and animate parts of the rig, which will move the character. Hand animating entire scenes is doable, but it would save a lot of time to be able to use mocap to help quickly create some walk cycles that we can use. Rococo has some good pre-recorded walk cycles we can download and use. They also offer a service where you can send in a video and their software will look at the video and try to create a 3D animation that matches the video. We can then tie this animation to our Minecraft character. Once we have our animation, we can export it. It'll save in the FBX file format. We can then go into Blender and select Import FBX. Find the animation you just saved and import it. It'll be imported to the world origin. It'll be selected when you import it, so don't click anywhere. Press numpad period, which will bring you to the selected object. If we press play, we should be able to see the animation we mocapped. Now we need to get the animation from the stand-in rig to the Minecraft rig we just added. One problem, however, is they aren't compatible with each other. We can't directly import the animation onto our Minecraft player rig because the animation and player rigs are totally different from each other. What we need to do is attach the player rig to the animation rig. The way we can do this is by selectively constraining parts of the Minecraft rig to the matching parts of the animated rig. This will let the Minecraft rig play the animation we recorded in our animation rig. Instead of directly copying the location and rotation, I use the child of constraint to attach parts of the Minecraft rig to the animated rig. This lets me manually move those parts of the rig while the animation is playing. The rigs also won't line up perfectly, so having this extra control lets us move the Minecraft rig into a more natural position while still being able to move with the animation. This also lets us add our own hand animated parts on top of the mocap animation. We're going to want to put multiple mocap animations onto this rig we made. First, we can import our second mocap animation rig. This time it'll be a running animation. Make sure you're in pose mode. Select all the bones and go into the graph editor to see the animation data. Hover over the spaghetti and press A to select everything. Control C to copy the animation. Go to our animation rig that controls our player. Go into pose mode, select its bones, move the playhead to after its first animation, and Control V to paste. Currently the animation rig can only play one animation at a time. If you want the character to transition from one mocap animation to another during the same scene, you're gonna run into some issues doing it this way. You can't work with the scary spaghetti, and trying to get these animations to blend together here would be a nightmare. One mocap animation would have to completely stop and then do a weird transition before it starts playing the next one. To fix this issue and make the animation process easier, I'm gonna use the Nonlinear Animation or NLA editor. The NLA editor lets us treat our character animations like they're video clips in Premiere Pro. Delete the second animation because we need to import both animations separately into the NLA editor. Make sure you hit this button so it'll only show the objects you've selected. Open the NLA editor menu and hit this button. This will punch down the animation into the NLA editor. From here, you can treat your animation like a clip in a video editor. You can use Blender's tools to move and scale the animation in time. You can also choose whether the animation holds its position before and after the clip. There's also an option to blend the animation clip in and out. We will use this option to blend the two animations together. Now we need to paste the second animation back into the graph editor and also punch that one down into the NLA editor. Now with both of our mocap animations in the NLA editor, you can overlap the two animations and then use the blending options to blend the two animations together. This will give you a seamless transition between the two animations as long as they're timed up with each other. This is how I set up my rig for my Minecraft animation. This gives me both the speed and accuracy of mocap, but also gives me the control of doing hand animations on top. Now instead of trying to work with the spaghetti, we have a much more organized way to work with our mocap animations. We can use this to add as many mocap animations as we want and also have the control of hand animation in the same rig. By default, Blender's depth of field works perfectly, but it's kind of naive. It does a simple blur with a focal point. The light takes a perfect path in and out of the camera. Real cameras take pictures through lenses which add their own effects like bokeh and circles of confusion. Blender's 4.5 update lets us simulate these lens effects using a lens script which simulates how real lenses react with light. I use the Lens Synth plugin for this one, which is a paid plugin. There are more expensive plugins with more features like Lens Sim. You can use the N panel to apply the lens you want. This one is the default depth of field, and this one has the lens simulation added. With our animation done, we can now render it. I recommend exporting in OpenEXR because it lets us composite in a separate step. This way we won't have to re-render the entire thing if we don't like the bloom or exposure. Rendering separate frames instead of a direct video will also let us stop and resume the render whenever we want. You can close the render, and as long as you uncheck overwrite, whenever you press render again, it will resume rendering from the frame that was stopped. Now with our EXR image sequence, we can open Blender's compositing section and import that image sequence. From here, you can add things like bloom and change the exposure after the render. It's important to render in EXR if you want to do it this way because the file type saves the brightness data from the renders while file types like PNG do not. The effects in the compositing section use the brightness data from the renders. With our compositing done, we can render that image sequence in PNG. Then you can take that image sequence and put it into DaVinci Resolve to edit. There are some things that I'm not totally happy with that I do want to improve from my next animations. The mocap data I had was recorded from my iPhone, and the video to mocap service isn't totally accurate, which ends up sometimes creating jittery animations. I'll probably just rely on hand animating those parts more heavily for the next videos. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. I also have a Discord channel if you have any questions. The full animation is on screen now.